Hi guys, can you hear me? Guys, can you hear me? Yes, okay. So yeah, there's only 75 participants. I'll wait for the others for a while. But in the meantime, I'm going to share my screen with you peeps. Please don't annotate on this. Yeah, I've disabled this, so that's okay. So yeah, in the time that we are waiting for the others to join, okay, here I'm going to show you those questions that we were doing yesterday. In case any of you have any doubts, you can start solving them. Okay. So the plan of action for today is that we'll take at least 15 to 20 minutes to solve these doubts of the people who have maybe missed the class yesterday or maybe did not understand one particular concept or they have a doubt in any one question or two. Okay. And then we'll solve a few good questions. We'll solve like 4 or 5 questions of this. Then we'll go to the next concept and we'll look at the concept of it. Okay. So yeah, guys, you guys can start solving this question. All right, take 2 to 3 minutes. The participants are slowly increasing, so I'll wait till there are 100 participants at least. Okay, before I start the new topic, because if there are not even 100 participants, a lot of people will join and they'll ask me what happened. That's again going to waste our time. Okay, so yeah, please solve this question here. Are you guys able to see the question? The sixth question? No. Okay. I'll do one thing. Let me stop share and let me start again. Now are you able to see the question? Yes? Okay. Yeah. Please solve this question, yeah. Guys, is the screen visible or is it like going away and coming back? Okay. Going away and coming back. That is weird. Wait, let me just stop this share. I'll start the share again. Okay. All right. If there is a problem with the screen, just let me know. I'll keep sharing it again and again. No problem. Now, Bharadwaj, you're saying that there's a problem in combining the equations again, right? So wait, let me just connect my pen. I'll start drawing this up. Yeah, in this case, both should be valid. Look, the reason both should be valid, even without you drawing the things, you should be very able to tell it. But yeah, anyways, by the way, guys, this Sunday you have a class, and that is my mistake because I fell sick on Tuesday, so I'm rescheduling that class to Sunday. Okay, instead of the next Monday again, I'm just finishing it in this week itself. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, let me just start drawing the thing. Can you guys see me right on this? I don't know. I don't know why the screen is fluctuating today, but yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Right is here. Right. Good. So let me just start drawing. First one is some papers are pens. So some papers are pens. Paper, pen. Okay. Paper, pen. Paper. Sorry. Pen, paper. Correct. So these are my three cases. Link is also not fine today. Okay, something is wrong with my lab. Okay, let me just call this as A, B, C. Yeah, the right answer. Could we have that class rescheduled in the morning session? Sure, I'll talk to Mr. Girish. Okay, I'll try to keep that in the morning session itself. Okay, I don't have any problem with it. I'll just talk to both Mr. Suraj and Girish because they're the ones who schedule the classes for you. Okay. See, yeah, my work is very simple. My work is that I teach. My work is that if you have any doubts, I give a clarity on it. My work is that if you have any problems in your life, I clear them up. Okay. But apart from that, I'm not really the one to talk about other things. Okay. So yeah, I'll just talk to Mr. Girish. If he's okay with scheduling it in the morning, and if Mr. Suraj is also okay with scheduling it in the morning, we'll keep it in the morning itself. All right. Now, the second one is all the pencils are pens. And yeah, I've been asked this doubt today. So I'm just going to give you a small clarity on how I'm drawing these Venn diagrams all together. Because the other day, maybe a few of you must have missed. That's why you're getting this doubt. Yeah, if I'm having a diagram like this for the set 1, 2, 3, 4, or maybe 5. Okay. And maybe I have another set B, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Now, for one single moment, forget that 6 is a element of B set. Now, can I say that if this is a circle in which 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are here? Yes. Can I say that this same circle is both A and B? Yes or no? Correct. Now, in case I add this 6 over here, then can I say that if I'm drawing a big circle and then inside that one small circle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over here 6 is there. So this will be A and this will be B. Now see, in both these cases, one thing that is common is all A or B, no? Yes or no? So that is how I'm drawing these diagrams, okay? It's not a big mystery. I'm just using set theory to draw these diagrams. All right. So taking that as a cue, what will be the two diagrams that I can draw for all pencils are pens? See guys, those of you who are able to solve it well, no problem. But those of you who have doubts, or if your friends have doubts, please encourage them to attend today's class. Because again, after this class, we won't be going into syllogism questions. We'll be looking at critical reasoning questions altogether. Okay. So yeah, all the pencils are pens. So basically, this is only pencils. This is only pens also. Okay. Or maybe I said all pencils are pens. I never told all pens are pencils. So all the pencils are pens. Okay. Let me just call it D and E. Now see, I have to combine D with A, right? Akhil, you have a doubt, Nana? You've raised your hand. Akhil? No? Okay. All right. So when I'm combining D with A is in the block, right? So A should be drawn first. How does A look? I have any shortcuts to solve this kind of question. So yeah, you can by heart the rules. You can by heart a few rules and remember it. But again, Krishna, let me ask you this question. Are you a student of Chaitanya or Narayana? Yeah, okay. Do you want to continue being a student of Chaitanya and Narayana for the rest of your life? Then there's no shortcut, sorry. See, basically the shortcut is you memorizing 8 tables, okay, with all the different permutations and combinations. Now, after you memorize those 8 tables, you'll never feel like doing any of these questions. How do I know it? Because I tried memorizing them and I succeeded at it. And then I felt these questions are very stupid. Okay. Look, the real life application of this topic is into neural networks, artificial intelligence, when you're training a machine to do multiple cases. Okay. And where is artificial intelligence working? Well, in coronavirus simulations. How do you think Oxford has created a vaccine? A vaccine usually takes 8 to 10 years to develop. The number of numerical calculations that they've performed using supercomputers are extremely humongous, and that you can do only after you have taken a lot of cases and you have trained your computer with a lot of cases. Okay. C will be some pens or papers, right? Prithviraj. Some pens. Yeah. No, see over here, all pens are papers. Okay. For example, if I'm drawing a set theory for this, let me say pens are 1, 2, 3, papers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here some papers are pens now. So this condition is what I'm representing in this diagram. Okay, that's how I'm doing it, nothing else. All right, so yeah, anyways, no shortcuts, people. This is paper, this is pen. Now look in D diagram, what is happening to pens? Pens is the same as pencils, no? So what happens? This circle is not only pens, but pencils as well. Okay. Now is that clear? The same way if I'm combining, let me show you one more. D with B. What will happen? I have to take B first. So B looks somewhat like this, where this is papers and this is pens. Now again look in D, what is happening? Pens is the same as pencils. So this circle is not only pens but also pencils. Okay. Bharadwaj, now are you able to understand? Is this clear now? Bharadwaj, is it out clear now? Yes, okay. So can I go to the other question? Yeah, the answer, the conclusion for this is both A and B. So in general, if you really want to remember, if you really want a shortcut, you can think about it this way. Yeah. If some papers are pens, okay, the superset of papers should be pens, except for only this one case, correct? And if I'm now saying that all the pencils are pens, the superset is pens, correct? Okay, for this question, you want me to draw all the cases. Okay, all right, fine. So I've drawn D with A and D with B. Okay, now let me start drawing, D with, sorry, E with A. So I'll have to draw D with C now. 1 minute. Just give me a little time. Let me erase a few parts from this thing and then I'll draw D with C. Okay, so yeah, D to A was like this: paper, pen, pencil. Yeah, and then D to B was like this. Okay, wherein I was having paper, pen, pencil. Now next one is D through C. That means I have to draw C first. Now look, over here, this is pen. That means this is only pencil, and both of these are inside paper. Correct? That's how my C is looking now. Yeah, next one will be E through A. Yeah, E through A, I should take A first now. So I'm drawing A first like this. What is this? This is going to be papers. This is going to be pencils. And how does my A, sorry, this goes to be pens. And how does my E look? E has pencils inside pens. Correct? So maybe I can draw pencils over here. That is one condition. Or maybe it's not on this side, it's on this side. Right? So what I can do is I can take something like this and I can make just a small extension like this. Okay, where this part is pens, this is pencils, and this is paper. Okay, so how many cases do I have now? 1, I have 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct? Let me just remove a little bit more ink from my slide so that I have a little bit more space to work with. Okay. Now see, since I've drawn everything I can draw with A, I'm going to remove A diagram also. Okay, and look, with D also I've drawn everything I can draw. So I'm going to remove D diagram also. Now see, the only reason I'm doing that is to get myself a little bit more space to solve, nothing else. Okay, now next word I have to take E through B, correct? That means I have to draw B first. How does B look? I have papers, pencils, sorry, pens, correct? And what does pens have? Pens has pencils inside. So this is one condition. Yes. Otherwise, what's the other condition? Maybe there's some part of pencils that is intersecting papers. Oh, sorry, this is pens, no? No, this pencils only. Give me 1 minute, sorry. Yeah. So this is pencils and this becomes pens, correct? Yeah, because pens is supposed to be the bigger set. Look, here also it's the bigger set. Here also it's the bigger set. Yes. So both of these cases are done. Now all I'm left with is drawing E through C. So let me just erase off B part also. Correct? Now what is happening in E through C? First I have to draw C. So C is already here. Now pens is inside the paper and pencils is inside pens. So maybe paper is outside, pens are inside, pencil is furthermore inside. Correct? That's the only one case that we can get from this. Now that we are done drawing all the cases, I'm going to remove all the previous diagrams. Okay, and let me just name them appropriately. 5. So I'm going to have this part as 6, 7, and 8. Now, if you observe or not, when we are taking one sum condition and one all condition, we are usually getting 8 diagrams only. Yeah. So Bharadwaj, these are all the cases, Nana. Anyone got any other case apart from this? No, right? Okay, fine. Now that we are clear with this is the last question we're going to solve on this model, and then I'm going to go to a new model, next model of the critical reasoning part. Okay, yeah. Please solve this last question and let me know about the answer. This should be a very, very simple question to solve for you, but this is one new model because I've never solved both with all. Okay, so some only one person is telling me B. The others are telling me both are valid. Manisha, why B? Only one case for this question. No, no, no. No, it's definitely not one case, Nana. There are a lot of cases. For example, look, statement one is all the actors are girls. Okay, 1 minute. Let me just draw this correct. So all actors are girls, but not all girls are actors, no? So actors, girls. Okay, what's the other thing? Maybe all actors are girls like this. So this will become A, B. Now next, all the girls are beautiful. So all girls, beautiful. By the way, I'm telling you, this does not mean it's true. Okay, we just have to accept that it is true. All right. Anyways, that is up to you people. But yeah, the second part is we can take all the girls are beautiful like this. Okay, so let me call this C and let me call this D. What do I do first? I have to take C through A. So for that, I'll draw A properly. So I have actors, I have girls, and beautiful people are a bigger subset than, or they are the superset of girls. Correct? So this is my first diagram. Is there any other possibility? No. So what about C through B? This is my B diagram. Now on top of that, I have to put a set of B. That's beautiful. This is my second diagram. So see, there are more than one cases for sure. Okay, let me just quickly draw the rest also. Okay, next what do I do? I have to take D through A. Now what is there in D? Or first I have to draw A, right? Sorry, yeah. So actors, girls, and these girls are only beautiful. Next I have to take D through B. Yeah. So over here, you'll have a big confusion how to draw this. But look, it's very simple. We are going to draw it just like everything else. Actors are girls and all girls are beautiful. So this is one condition. Okay. Now look, all the actors are beautiful. 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 So conclusion A is valid. Some girls are actors. Look, definitely some girls are actors, no? Here all girls are actors means some girls are actors. Here also at least some girls are actors. Here also some girls are actors. Correct. So you're going to get both as correct, Nana. It's not going to be only B. All right. Okay. Now I'm leaving 5, 6 questions for you people to solve. Also, by the way, all the grammar how do I say? All the grammar PDFs have been uploaded onto the app. So you guys can go check the grammar PDFs. There are questions also. You can start solving them. Okay. Now, second part of this class is going to be mainly focused on something we call as conditionals. Okay. Now, what do we mean by conditionals? Conditionals are nothing but a specific set of directions in which we have to consider the logical sets. Okay. See, in the previous case, what did we do? We've taken all the possible things and only then we have gone with the cases. No. But when we are taking if and then, or when we are taking other conditionals, we are going to minimize these cases as much as possible. All right. So why are we doing this? Because this helps us make better arguments. Now you might ask me, sir, why are we learning about maths in verbal and how is this going to help us in our CRT prep? So do you remember those simple questions that we used to solve in reading comprehensions that asked you about which argument is least likely to, which argument is most likely to, and all about the author? Do you guys remember those questions? Yes or no? Yeah. So all of those questions can be remodeled with these conditionals. Okay. As if the author agrees with this, then what? Okay. So by asking ourselves such kind of questions, we'll be able to improve our accuracy in the reading comprehension passages also. Okay. So that is why we are learning all of this. Now, look at what this means. Okay. If I'm saying if A or if P, then Q. Okay. If this is my condition, then these are the few implications it has. All right. But beforehand, I've explained you, right, what a logical possibility is and what a logical necessity is. Yes. What do I mean by logical possibility? That means it may be true. Okay. But when I'm saying it may be true, this is not my conclusion. Correct? Why? Because if my P and Q are true here, then I should always get conclusion as true for it to be valid. Kada? Yes. So in this entire part of conditionals, we are only going to give preference to necessities. Okay, we are going to give preference to necessities and not possibilities. Okay. Now, I'll give you one example while explaining you about it. Just think about this part. If you study hard, then you will get through the institute of your choice. Or over here, you can just modify it to the company of your choice. Okay. All right. Now, what do I mean by that? దీని అర్థం ఏంటి? మీరు బాగా చదువుకుంటే మీకు కావాల్సిన కంపెనీ మీకు వస్తుంది. అవునా కాదా? But then in this statement, in this big condition, this part is the P that I'm talking about. This part is the Q that I am talking about. Okay, so that will be your first step. In whatever argument is being presented to you, you have to break it down into the necessary parts. Okay, now once you've broken it down into the necessary part, what will happen? See, ask yourself this question. మీరు బాగా చదవకపోతే మీ కంపెనీ రాదా? ఓకే ఓకే ఫైన్, లెట్ మీ సే దట్ మీరు బాగా చదివితే మీ కంపెనీ వస్తుంది, పక్కా కదా? సో మీరు పి చేస్తే క్యూ అవుతుంది కదా? దట్ మీన్స్ పి is implying Q, right? For sure. So we are going to take it as a logical necessity. Okay, I'll give you one more example. If you eat chocolate, your teeth will be spoiled. Okay, how many of you agree with that statement? If you eat chocolate, your teeth will be spoiled. మనీషా, నీకు చాక్లెట్లు అంటే అంత ఇష్టమా? నో అంటున్నా? సరే, ఓకే. ఓ వైభవి, ఈవెన్ యూ లైక్ చాక్లెట్ సో మచ్? ఓకే ఫైన్, సరే. For now, both of you, for now, you just agree with me. Okay, for now, think that if you eat chocolates, definitely your teeth will get spoiled. Okay, now my simple question is, if your teeth are spoiled, does that mean you ate chocolates? No, right? ఏమో మీరు ఇంకేదైనా స్వీట్ వస్తువు తినుండొచ్చేమో కదా, అవునా కాదా? అంటే క్యూ అనే స్టేట్మెంట్ ఇక్కడ ఏంటి, మనకి ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్ మొత్తం క్యూ కర్నానా, ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్ మొత్తం పీ కర్నానా? ఎస్. సో క్యూ స్టేట్మెంట్ డస్ నాట్ ఆల్వేస్ ఇంప్లై పీ. Sometimes it may mean that you ate a chocolate, maybe you ate a chocolate, but that is not for sure. Correct? That is why it's a logical possibility. Okay, for example, in this part, if you study hard, then definitely you'll get through the company of your choice. But just because you got through the company of your choice does not mean you need to study hard. No, it does not mean that you might have studied hard. No, మీరేమో సరిగ్గా చదువు ఉండకపోవచ్చు, మీకు ఏమో పక్కన మీ ఫ్రెండ్ కూర్చొని చూపించి ఉండొచ్చు, ఏదైనా చేసుకుని ఉండొచ్చు కదా. There are 1,000 other ways to do it, no? Yes. See, by that logic, I'm not giving you any ideas. Okay, I don't mean to say that you have to do it. I'm just saying it might have happened. Yes. So Q implying P is just a logical possibility. Okay. Similarly, tell me about not Q. Tell me about not Q. Yeah. Not P, not Q అంటే ఏంటి? మనం ఆ పని చేయకపోవడం. Okay. What do I mean by that? I mean to say that if you do not study hard, okay, where's the pen? Yeah, okay. If you do not study hard, okay, you will not get through the institute of your choice. అలా ఏమైనా రూల్ ఉందా? లేదు కదా. చూడండి, when we told that Q implies P is a logical possibility, that means మీరు కంపెనీలో జాయిన్ అవ్వడానికి సరిగ్గా చదవడమే కారణం కాదు అని మనం చెప్పినప్పుడు, మేబీ మీరు సరిగ్గా కంపెనీలో జాయిన్ అవ్వలేదు అంటే మీరు సరిగ్గా చదవలేదు అని కాదు కదా. Yes or no? So guys, are you guys able to understand? See, if you have any doubts anywhere in this part, just stop me immediately and ask, because we have 3 more conditionals to deal with. Okay, and those 3 conditionals are, it's confusing, Prithvi. Okay, do one thing, take this example and I'll try to tell you. Okay, maybe this example is more clear. Explain not P one more time. Yeah, I'll tell you not P. Okay, so see, here what will not be? If you don't eat chocolate, not P ante negation of P anna. Okay, that means opposite of P. So if you don't eat chocolate, not Q ante enti, your teeth won't be spoiled. Okay, this part is clear now, how I'm making not P and not Q. Yes, Prithvi and Krishna. Prithvi, is that clear for you also? How I'm making not P, not Q? Okay, fine. Now, let us see what not P implies not Q means. If you don't eat chocolates, your teeth won't be spoiled, kya? Prithvi, do you like eating sweets? Krishna, do you like eating sweets? Yes? Yeah. So maybe when you're eating sweets also, your teeth might get spoiled, no? So just because you don't eat chocolates, I cannot be sure that your teeth won't be spoiled, no? Maybe they won't be spoiled, but there's no guarantee about it, no? Yes or no? So that is why not P implying not Q is becoming a logical possibility. Okay? That is why not P implying not Q is becoming a logical possibility. Okay. Now, what happens when not Q is implying not P? And what does that mean? See, if your teeth won't be spoiled, that means if your teeth are definitely not spoiled, then can I definitely say that you did not eat a chocolate? ఎందుకు నేనేం చెప్పాను మీరు చాక్లెట్ తింటే మీ టీత్ డెఫినెట్ గా స్పాయిల్ అయిపోతాయి అని నేను చెప్పాను. సో మీ టీత్ స్పాయిల్ అవ్వలేదు అంటే మీరు చాక్లెటే కాదు ఏ స్వీట్ తినలేదని నాకు అర్థమవుతుంది, కానీ చాక్లెట్ డెఫినెట్ గా తినలేదనే కదా. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? ఎస్, యా. సో దట్ ఈస్ వై not Q implying not P becomes a logical necessity. Okay. All right. Now the equivalent syllogism for this is all P are Q. Okay. All P are Q. This will be the equivalent syllogism. Okay. That means whenever you are studying hard, you are. What happened? Guys, are you able to see my screen? Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. Sorry. So yeah, for me, my not Q, not P. Okay, all right, Manisha. So see, if your teeth are not spoiled, Nana, then can I definitely say that you might not have eaten chocolates? నీ టీత్ పుచ్చిపోలేదు అనుకో, నువ్వు చాక్లెట్స్ తిన్నట్టే కదా. మరి అదే నాట్ క్యూ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ నాట్ పి అంటే అంటే అది ఎప్పుడు కరెక్టే కదా, అప్పుడప్పుడు అని కాదు కదా, అది ఏ కండిషన్ లోనే కరెక్టే కదా. అందుకు దాన్ని నెసెసిటీ అంటున్నాం. ఓకే, సి if something is true, not if something, if a conclusion is true. Let me just write it properly. Just give me 1 minute. Let me erase. Can I erase all the ink from the screen? Okay. Yeah. So let us say that for this part, for the logical necessity part, if a conclusion is valid, okay, this will be a necessity, Nana. Ante it is true for all cases ani. Okay. Possibility ante true for some cases only. Okay. Manisha, now it's clear? So I'm going to the next condition. Okay, again you think about it like this. Only if you eat chocolates. Hello, can you hear me now? Yeah, sorry, my current went off, so my net went off. Wait, let me just quickly share the screen with you people and I'll start again. Yeah. Okay, can you all see my screen also? Yes, okay. Yeah, sorry for the inconvenience. My power went off here. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, as I was, so what was I teaching you about? Yeah. Okay. So when I'm saying this, I mean to say that, guys, can you actually write on my screen? I did all the annotations. What? How? Wait, let me just stop sharing and I'll start again. Yeah, now are you guys able to write on my screen once? Check. I switched off the annotations. Yeah, okay. Thanks. Cool. Because that's what, even before I switched off the annotations, I don't know how it got started again. Maybe every time you share the screen, it will start again, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so can we continue with this? All of you are here, right? Did anyone else exit? Because the participants have reduced. No, okay, all right, fine. So yeah, see, over here when I'm saying only if you eat chocolates, your what teeth will get spoiled, correct? So over there, think about it in this particular manner. What if you don't eat chocolates? Then what will happen? Okay, just like in last example. All right. Now, one more example that you can take is only if you study hard, then you'll get through the institute of your choice. Okay, now what is the meaning of this sentence actually? You see, it doesn't mean what you think. Okay, that is, if you study hard, then you'll get through. There's a very big difference. Okay, now see, the thing is, if I'm saying if you finally see what it means is that if you finally get through the institute of your choice, you had studied hard for sure. Okay, however, studying hard is not a guarantee of you getting through. అర్థమవుతుందా? See, the simple meaning of this is, okay, the very simple meaning of this is if you have finally gotten through, if this part is cleared, then definitely you have done this. But you doing this did not entail you to get through. Okay, just like only if you eat chocolates, your teeth will get spoiled ante మీ పళ్ళు పుచ్చిపోయాయి అంటే డెఫినెట్ గా మీరు చాక్లెట్స్ తిన్నారు. అలా మీరు చాక్లెట్స్ తిన్నారు కదా అని మీ పళ్ళు పుచ్చిపోయాయి అని నేను చెప్పలేను అంటున్నాను. Okay, so when I'm taking this kind of a condition, then P implying Q becomes a logical possibility. Okay, whereas Q implying P becomes a logical necessity. Okay, so very simply, if you look and compare at what's happening over here, I can make a small table of these conditions. Okay, and in this small table, I'm going to make 4 columns. One column for each statement. Okay, let's take it like this. Let me actually make 5 columns. Okay, so here this is P implying Q, Q implying P, not P implying not Q, not Q implying not P. Okay, so this is if then, only if then. Look at this. In if and then, P implying Q was a necessity, correct? Whereas on only if and then, P implying Q is just a possibility. Q implying P over here is a possibility in if and then, but in only if and then it's becoming a necessity. Not P implying not Q was a possibility in if and then, but it's a necessity here. So if you clearly see, these both are inverse conditions. Okay, these both are inverse conditions. All right. And the syllogismic reference for this will be all Q are P. Is that clear? Guys? Yes, okay. Next one is if and only if P, then Q. Okay. Now, when I'm saying if and only if P, then Q, what does that mean? That means P double implies Q. Understand? That means if P happens, only if P happens, only then Q will happen. Okay, so we can think of it like this. Only if P happens, only then Q happens. Okay, for example, only if you are born, then only you will die. Okay, only if you are born, then only you will die. Yeah. Now think about it. If you're not born, can you die? No. If you died, that means you were born sometime before? Yes. If you're not born, then you will definitely not die. Correct? And if you are never going to die, that means you're never born at all. Yes or no? What's the difference between only if and only if? So see, when I'm saying only if A, then B. Okay, if I'm saying only if A, then B, that means very simply when B is happening. Okay, something is wrong with my screen. Yeah, that means, give me 1 minute, something is going wrong. Why is it zooming? Yeah, pen. Yeah, okay. Yeah. See, in this condition, only if A, then B. If B is happening, then that must have made sure that A is happened. Okay, ante B ayyunte adi A vallane. అలా అని ఏ అయ్యిందంటే అది బి చేస్తుంది అని కాదు. ఓకేనా? అర్థమైందా లేదా? కానీ ఇక్కడ ఏంటి, ఒకవేళ క్యూ అయ్యిందంటే అది పి వల్లనే. ఓకేనా? ఒకవేళ పి ఏదైనా పని చేస్తే దాని రిజల్ట్ క్యూఏ అవుతుంది. కానీ ఈ కింద దాంట్లోని ఒకవేళ క్యూ అయ్యిందంటే అది పి వల్లనే. కానీ పి ఏమొచ్చి చేసే పని ప్రతి దాని వల్ల క్యూ అవుతుందన్న గ్యారంటీ లేదు. ఓకే, is that clear? Am I clear with this? Okay. Next, the last one, either A or B. అంటే అయితే A లేకపోతే B. Now what does that mean? If A is not happening, then B will definitely happen. కదా, దీన్ని మనం ఎట్లా రాసుకోవాలి? నాట్ ఏ ఇంప్లైస్ బి కింద రాసుకుంటాం కదా. సేమ్ ఒకవేళ బి అవ్వట్లేదు అనుకోండి, ఏ డెఫినెట్ గా అవ్వాలి కదా. దీన్ని మనం ఎట్లా రాసుకుంటాం? నాట్ బి ఇంప్లైస్ ఏ కింద రాసుకుంటాం. ఓకే, am I clear? Boys and girls, if you have any doubts in today's class, you can ask me. And with this, we'll be stopping the class for today. In tomorrow's class, I'll be bringing you questions to solve from this topic of conditionals. Very good. Equivalent syllogisms for 3 and 4. There are no equivalent syllogisms for 3 and 4. Okay, there'll be multiple cases in which you cannot represent not, no. For example, if I want to say not A implies B, if this is A, okay, then this should become B, because this part is not A, no? Correct? Similarly, I have to be taking, but what is this part? What is the square in this? This is going to be a universal set. However, when you're using arguments, not every reason can be used in this, no? In this format. That's why we don't go for a syllogismic representation of these last two things. Okay, Madhu Monica, good question, very good question. See, a lot of people who teach these concepts, they don't understand why they're teaching this concept, or what is going to come out of this concept. But as I always tell you, if you can't teach something simply enough, that means you don't know it well enough. Okay, and the reason why Albert Einstein said that is because if you're able to teach something simply enough, that means you've gone to the nuances, the details of it. You've tried to understand the details of it. Okay, so even when you're studying, even when you're preparing notes, whatever you're doing, whichever subject it is for that matter, try to understand why things are happening in the first place. Okay, and just randomly question stuff. Okay, if I'm doing this, what will happen? If this is the condition for this, then what is the wrong thing that will happen? Of at max you'll waste 1-2 hours of your life, no? Yes, no, that's not going to be a big deal for you, because trust me, if you're not learning it the proper way, if you're just randomly looking at a few slides saying, yeah, okay, this is good, I understood this, and you're moving forward, you'll be wasting a few years of your life later. Okay, now better than that, it's for you to learn with dedication from the starting. Okay, so yeah, I have 2 more classes left. In tomorrow's class, we'll be solving questions on this concept. Okay, and in day after tomorrow's class, that's Sunday's class, you can ask me any doubts on any concept that we have taught so far. Okay, I'll be getting you questions of all the concepts. We'll be solving a few questions of all the concepts. Okay, in that 1 hour, it'll be a marathon 1 hour, where I'll be time testing you. That means I'll give you a question and I'll be timing you about it. All right. So that's all for today's class, guys. The PDF of this will be uploaded tomorrow once we solve all the questions. Okay. Now, one more thing that I was asked to remind you about is that, guys, if you have time, if you're free, it won't take more than 5 minutes of your time. In case you're enjoying our classes, you can go on to Google to rate and review aptitude experts. Okay. It'll be really appreciated if you can just write a small review of what you liked, what you didn't like. Okay, maybe you can give a personal feedback also over there. Okay, you can do whatever you want to do over there. All right. So if you maybe like about Suraj's classes, okay, maybe there are some things that you didn't like, those also you can put it up there. Okay, so yeah, I was asked to remind you of this. So yeah, tada, bye bye, have a good day.